it's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down, man, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Primetime. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the boss is talking.
What's good, beautiful people? How are you doing on this blessed morning? Give everybody an opportunity to get that bell notification. Let all this information get sent out. But while we're waiting, and not really waiting, but giving everybody an opportunity, we don't want people to miss out on the conversation, the start of the conversation. How in the hell is everyone doing? Get up. Primetime, rise and grind, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. You know that you're tapped in with the Primetime Network. I am your host, Big G. You're tuned in and locked in with Primetime Rise and Grind. It is 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Well, 7:02 now. With cool 86 degrees here in the great state of Mississippi. Currently, light showers. And I suspect that it will get hot as Satan's asshole here in just a little bit. But what do I know? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Welcome to Primetime Rise and Grind. Before we jump off into what we're talking about today, and I'll go check all my social medias here in a minute to see who's chimed in with us. I'm just looking at my screens, doing all the technical stuff. But as we kick this thing off, and y'all know that I'm only here for a very short time. I'm not here for a long time. Here for a good time, short time. Make sure you tap in with my brother Jarrell Braswell. Lock in with JB.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, comedian JB, the real J Braswell, comedian J Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
And if, in fact, you are interested in booking Jarrell Braswell for your social event, special functions, have him bless and grace the stage, reach out to us, man. Need a host, feature, headliner, or motivational speaker who delivers every time? Book comedian Jarrell Braswell, bringing high energy comedy and unforgettable performances to every stage he touches. Catch him while you can. Visit jbcomedy.com and secure your date today. The calendar is filling fast. Book Jarrell Braswell now.
Come on, go ahead. Blooded. They call me JB Comedy.
Coming to the stage.
Man, I tried they older women, them cougars, they fucking it up. They doing what young women doing. Cougars popping, mollies, they get BBLs, all that shit. One cougar I was fucking with had a BBL, she was shaped like a silverback gorilla. For real. Had another one I was fucking with, that bitch was shaped like Shamar.
Yes, indeed. Make sure you tap in with my brother, comedian Jarrell Braswell. And if you see Jarrell Braswell in the street, ask him about them two ugly bitches, the silverback gorilla bitch and the Shamar looking hoe. I'm telling you, man, the story that he'll tell you is just unreal. Now, look, I mentioned this yesterday, but for some odd reason, as I'm paying attention, and I knew it was going to grow legs, but I didn't know it was going to grow legs that fast. So we try to keep y'all in the loop. But Ratcliffe, the CIA director, made a trip to Russia, touched down in Moscow, to speak with their intelligence services, their intelligence department. You know, the heads of their, the KGB or the FSB, whichever groups that are in power right now in Russia. Although I know that we have issues that are looming on its surface with the Ukraine situation and the U.S. Buddying up with Russia or Russia buddying up with the U.S. If in fact you see these signals are coming across and you see this information coming across your timeline, you need to pay attention to it, because when superpowers begin to openly show communication through their intelligence services, not diplomatic entities, then you need to pay attention to what's being moved around on the chessboard. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's big because we're not in the room and we have no clue what they're preparing for. And if in fact that, if it's a secret meeting, obviously it's not too secret because it's in the press. They want you to see this. This is posturing. But then what is the position? You see, what's the hardline position that you're taking, showing us this information or showing us the possibilities of what's to come? If your intelligence services are involved, something's about to be taken over. So wherever you at, whichever country you are in, if they are overtly, not covertly, showing you that they're meeting behind closed doors, so to speak, and they're having conversations between two superpowers, yeah. Some deals that you really don't want to be cut are being made and being hatched out right now. So don't say, I didn't tell you. Don't say, I didn't warn you. No, I am not along the diatribe of the sky is falling. No, I don't run around doing that like a lot of people do. The sky is falling. The world is ending. Hey, man, get ready. No. Be vigilant. Be prepared. But I'm giving you insight in terms of how these folks work, what could possibly be coming down the pipeline. And if you have intelligence services that are overtly showing you that they're coordinating some type of unified effort, okay, pay attention. Now, this is in the news, but it's not something that I'm reporting on, right? It is not something that I'm reporting on. And I tell you guys this all the time. Stop listening to the talking head. I'm going to play this for you. But I want you to stop. That even goes for me. This is entertainment. What I do is entertainment. It's educational, it's resourceful, but it's entertainment. I told you this in past podcasts. Don't put too much stake in terms of what you see on these boob tubes. When I was a kid, I didn't believe Tony Montana was the biggest dope dealer on the planet. Scarface, it was a movie. Now, I did talk about, folks from Cuba and different areas migrating into Florida, escaping whether it be a civil war, whether it be detention, whatever the case may be, and trying to find a life coming up on the shores of Miami. But I never believed that Tony Montana was a real person. It was a movie. Unless it explicitly said, this is based on the true life of XYZ. Like something written by Alex Haley. If y'all don't know who Alex Haley is, go look it up. I'm not trying to explain that shit to you. Some things I can't just sit back and over-explain because you go find some shit out for yourself. I'm not talking to the people that I rock out with on a regular, consistent basis. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about individuals that chime in, halfway in, halfway out. Don't really be rocking out with me. They just be here looking and listening, trying to get some tidbits, go steal some information, go try it on their own, and it just don't work because they don't have the whole formula. Yeah, man, I know we got motherfuckers like that out here. But it's cool. I want you here because eventually the light will go off. Eureka. You know what? Maybe I should give him a call. Maybe I should call JB. Maybe I should call G and see what it is that we need to do to be a part of the program as opposed to trying to siphon off pieces of it and don't have the big picture. That's cool. But we're going to keep on chiming in. We're going to keep on rocking out. We're going to keep on putting this shit high in front of your face. But it's got to be something that's assisting our people. I don't want you to come to the well and the well is dry. That defeats purpose. It's a facade. It's like, damn, man, I was coming, man, to get replenished. I was coming to fill up the hump. So remember, you heard it here first. CIA director held talks in Moscow with Putin's intelligence directors and coordinators. Yeah. Be on the lookout. Now, in major state headlines for today, Meta settlement. There's a Meta settlement that's taking place. Mississippi is set to receive nearly $189 million from landmark settlement with Meta Platforms, which also brings new social media restrictions and safety limits for children using apps like Instagram and Facebook. Did y'all know that? Is your state getting paid like that? And when did this motherfucking $189 million in a landmark settlement from Meta? Go Mississippi. Rural health and governments, our government locally, reports Governor Reeves announces this new pilot program, which I talked about yesterday, and it's supposed to help improve healthcare infrastructure across the state. Meanwhile, a recent report highlighted ongoing challenges within the Mississippi foster care system regarding safety requirements. Now, remember, I mentioned it yesterday. I did. And now you're seeing, that ugly head of what really happens here in Mississippi. The foster care system is being neglected. Safety requirements, homes and people that are popping up saying, hey, we're going to take these foster kids in. We just need to get the guardrails for our home and this institution. Guess what, man? These folks are grifting. That's a fucking major grift. And I said it, grift, Grift. It's a fucking grift, not a gift. It's a gift to them, but it's a grift. And who suffers? The kids. Why? Because they're not safety guardrails in place from individuals looking for the come up with these foster kids. And that's fucking sad. You're opening up a business entity to take advantage of a state pay situation, and you're not doing anything to make sure that these kids are safe and protected. Because you're trying to get so many kids so that you can bolster your paycheck. But you get enough to sit there and build the home, the facilities, build out everything. But instead of putting the money and investing the money into these kids, I don't know what the hell y'all do. I can't even begin to imagine the misappropriation. But if you're seeing that the state is facing ongoing challenges within the Mississippi foster care system regarding safety requirements, this isn't something that Galen or Big G is making up. This is shit that's happening. They're doing research and finding out that these people are fucking off the money and not taking care of the kids. Just that simple. And just like yesterday, like I said, hey, we'll follow this, and just so happen this comes up today. So I gotta mention it. Why? Because we're dealing with not only monies being misappropriated, foster care kids in dire situations. I'm not saying every home that has foster care kids or facilities or the entities that through the state that take care of these kids are just jacked all the way up. But if you know through state and federal resources that the VA is fucked up, they're just turning the corner in terms of getting all of that stuff squared away, but it's still fucked up. Oh, you can best believe they ain't thinking about these kids, man. They ain't no more thinking about these kids. Foster kids. Kids that, either something happened to their parents or their parents gave them up. Whatever the case may be, they've been taken by the state, CPS, Child Protective Services, going into the home, and now, guess what? You've been placed into a worse situation. Now, granted, there are some frontline situations where CPS goes in, they have to take these kids out. They just living in just a real fucked up situation. Yeah, they need to come out of there. House fucked up, rats, roaches, clothes everywhere. It's just a state of entropy in the house. Abuse. But then when you know that the monies that are supposed to be allocated for funding these state institutions and these homes or these different entities and businesses that are popping up that say, hey, we'll take in these kids, and they're just cutting that check, and those guardrails aren't in place to make sure that there's safe and productive living situations for these kids, yeah, well, we have an issue then. We have a major issue. And I didn't mean to get off topic or run down that rabbit hole for too long, but G love the kids, man. And kids that can't take care of themselves, yeah, that's beyond. And of course, that's a black eye on the state that I really care about. Things that go on in the state of Mississippi, yeah, it concerns me. Moving right along. The only team that matters in the NFL, we have a big game coming up Friday, 8 p.m. We play the Bengals. The Eagles will be in competition with the Bengals. This is a preseason game, ladies and gentlemen. It's on a Friday, so it doesn't really amount or count up to anything, but we will be Legal Financial Field, 8 p.m. Lock us in, man. Let's get it. It's going to be a great season. A great season. Yes. So now this brings me to what we're talking about today before we get up out of here. Make sure you go tap in with my good man, Free Ricky Ross, if you get an opportunity. And go to the site, gemsitpublishing.com. gemsitpublishing.com. The 21 Keys of Success. Go to the bookshelf. Go to our bookshelf on the website, Gems IT Publishing. Gems IT Publishing. Go to the site. Go to the bookshelf, and you can pick up 21 Keys of Success. You can pick up the book, 21 Keys of Success. All right. Also, Free Rick Ross, The Untold Autobiography. You can go to the site. You can pick up the book there as well. Gems IT Publishing. Gems IT Publishing. You can go to our site and you can pick up your copy of the book as well. Free Ricky Ross, The Untold Autobiography. And also keep in mind, we have some new books that are on deck. We have Momager Moves that is coming in as well. So we'll present those when we get them. But Hourglass. Make sure you grab your copy of Hourglass, rawtruenovels.org. That's rawtruenovels.org. Lynette Williams has a great series of books that are out right now. This is the foundation. Book 2 is coming soon. And of course, the tenets will follow. So make sure that you touch base with my sister Lynette Williams and grab Hourglass, the foundation. It's ready for you. Ready and wait. And if in fact you get down in the kitchen, you know what you're doing in the kitchen? Hey man, there's nothing like this sauce. There's nothing like this house blend seasoning. Nothing like it. The best in the game, best in the business. You know, if in fact you are with the culinary thing, you know what you're doing in the kitchen. You know how to handle your business. You know what it is. You make something out of nothing. Let me stop. Make sure you tap in with Tisha's House Blend Seasoning. If in fact you need to get linked in with that, give me a call, man. I have limited bottles left. You know what I'm saying? I had like 60 bottles. I've given most of them away. I have a few left. But we've been doing a promotional run with Tisha Lee. She is one of our major sponsors. And of course, every time I get an opportunity in production, we push the brand. We push H.L. Raymond Properties. She is an executive broker with H.L. Raymond Properties in real estate down on the Golden Gulf Coast. She services the entire state of Mississippi and surrounding areas. Tisha Lee, make sure you lock in with her, but she also has her special house blend seasoning you can lock in with and make some things happen if you're good and know your way around the kitchen. Yes, indeed. And while I have you here and I got you hanging at the edge of your seat, because we only have 7 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, and I will get into the crux of what we're talking about. Make sure you tap in with my good man Jarrell Braswell if you're interested in our upcoming dating show that is out and we're doing a casting for right now for interested parties. You ain't my type.
You ain't my type, but you might be tonight. I'm good. You ain't my type. Come on, baby, change my mind. I'm good. We'll laugh, we'll laugh. Let's see what we find. You ain't my type. They never felt this fun. Woo!
Yes, indeed. You ain't my type. It's going to be the hottest dating show. There are a lot of different dating shows that are out here right now, but the way we're going to present it, the way we're going to package this thing up, man. And, we're not shooting a pilot. We're not sitting there making an attempt to take this to the studios and be like, hey, man, let's run. No, we're doing our own shit. We are the studio. Have you all not figured that part of it out? Yes, we don't have millions of dollars, multi-millions of dollars to sit there and pretend like, hey man, we're the big studio. No, we're a very small independent group with some dedicated individuals that are focused on making shit happen, and it doesn't all happen overnight. If you're going to carve out a career, then I'm showing you how to carve out a career, because that's all that we do. We show folks step by step, day in and day out. If you get out here, bust your ass, grind, you put in that work, and you're committed to what it is that you're wanting to get accomplished, it will get done. But I don't need a studio or some group to sit there and oversee what it is that we do. No, guess what? We have the cameras. We have the writers. We have the talent. We have all of the components. We have the distribution tools, major distribution tools, television, radio, and of course, internet assets and resource. I can go on and on with this shit because people neglect to realize and fail to realize what it is that we bring to the table. As though we squashbuckling out here. As though we are goddamn half-assing, monkey shining, bullshitting. No. We doing the shit that you wish you could do, want to do, try to do, but fail at. And we still will accept you because we don't want to see you fall flat on your face. We want to see you lifted up, but don't sit there and try to compare us to this one over here when in fact you ain't doing shit on your own. We're showing you the platform. We're giving it to you. And you know what the problem is? The fact that you don't think that we're big enough, right? Because it's not the Flash, it's not the Universal, it's not the Atlantic, we're not big enough for you. Now make that make some sense. You ain't got shit going on. You ain't doing nothing. You want an opportunity. You want somebody to sit there and show you the way, show you the ropes, and feed you an opportunity. And it's right in front of your face and you still don't take advantage. Because the visual aesthetic doesn't look the way you think it's supposed to look for that trajectory of success. But once you really get down to the bare nuts and bolts of it, even the bigger studios don't give two flying flams of a fuck about you. If you're not out here busting your ass to get your shit and your situation into the forefront, they're not going to do it for you. If you notice, there aren't A&Rs anymore. There's not artist development. There's no one that's out there that's telling you and showing you, hey man, try it this way. Do it like this. This is the look that you need to go with. No. Everybody's just out there throwing shit up against the wall, trying to see what sticks. And that is a piss poor strategy to success. We've given you the layout for career sustainability and how to get yourself into a position to win. Now, I'm not trying to convince you. I just have to get on this thing and explain it to you every day. Maybe reposition my words. Maybe not be as excitable as I am when I talk about this shit that I'm excited about. It's hard for me to contain what it is that we do. It's hard for me to not have a personal attachment for what it is that we've built. It's hard for me to sit there and listen to artists that come to me and say, hey, G, I want to rock out with y'all. I want to do business with y'all. I want to do X, Y, Z, and then back the fuck out because it ain't what they think it is. I don't have a paycheck for you. If you notice me, if you know anything about me, and you go, unless we've signed the contract and we doing business, I don't have a check for you. As a record label, I don't have a check for you because you ain't shit. You want to act like you the shit, but you ain't shit. Because nobody know you. Nobody talks about you. Nobody says anything about what you have going on. Now, is that a stab or a strike at artists that are out there? No. I'm just telling you the truth. Because if you were something, if you were out here grinding, if you were out here putting yourself in a position to win and networking and moving from your area and going around to different regions to expose yourself, hitting the street, pushing out flyers, making sure that you have a major presence or some presence on the internet every day, because this is your business. These are free platforms to promote yourself. But you too good or you too cool to get on this thing and say who you are, what you're about, and what you got going on, and hey, support me, buy my shit? You too cool for that? Well, you gonna stay right where the fuck you at, I promise you. See, today's conversation, you might not necessarily want to hear. This might not be the motivation that you need to hear today. May not be. Because you want people to hold your hand and tell you how great you are and that you are the best thing since sliced bread. But you ain't put out no kind of hit record, not even close to a hit record. Goddamn, you can't even spell hit or record. But you swear that you putting it down. You laying it down. It ain't mixed, mastered, EQ'd out, nothing. You just throwing some bullshit out there and hoping. And hoping. Look, all right, here's the test. Here's the test. Here's the test. Round up 20 of your best friends. 20 of your best friends. 20 of your best friends. Offer them an opportunity to invest in your career. Let them know that, hey, you 20 will be my core, my seed, hey, my angel investors, and this is how we're going to split this out and break out these percentages so that whatever it is that we grow and blow, you will be able to eat off of. Perpetually and in perpetuity. I'll give you a 1% stake in terms of what we have going on. Man, I don't want a 1%. See, nah, that's what you're dealing with, motherfuckers. I'm telling you, you're 20. 20. Because you only got 100% of something. You can't give away 95% of it. So you got 20 friends and you're asking them to invest. 1% stake. That's only 20%. You still have 80 to deal with. You don't look at it that way, do you? You can't, because you short-sighted. I can assure you, maybe one of that 20 will sit there and hear you out. And then they're going to walk out the door. Because they don't believe in the shit that you're doing. Because they know you. They're familiar with you. We haven't even gotten to the point of asking what the investment is. It could have been sweat equity. Man, I just need y'all to be labor force, security, come to the show, help me set up because I'm doing X, Y, Z. I got a door deal at this club, and I need y'all to help me as a street team get out and promote. Boop, 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 boop. We can make $10,000 in a night. We can make $5,000 in a night if we pack this motherfucker out. They ain't even heard that yet. All they heard was, I need you to support me, my vision, and be an investor. Go find your 20. Go find your 20. Your best friends. And see if they'd also be willing to stake you $1,000. Your 20 friends They out here balling, they shot calling, they this and that and the other. And go see if your 20 closest friends will seed you $1,000. Now you can't go to them talking about, hey man, give me 1,000. You know what I'm saying? I'll flip it and do it. No, 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 no. Hell to the no. You better have a prospectus. You better have a game plan. You better have a working order of what it is that you're going to be doing, where the money will be going, what it's going to be allocated and appropriated to, and you better have a goddamn hell of a fucking plan that you're ready to show them this is what it is, man. And we ain't talking about, them 20 giving it to you sporadically. No, I need that chunk. And then we're going to move forward. I can't move forward until I get that 20 grand. Because this is what that 20 grand is going into. You see, y'all don't think about it that way. Oh, it's just that easy. But y'all don't have 20 motherfuckers that sit there and put $1,000 into your pocket because they believe in you. No. Do you have 1,000 that you put into someone that you believe in? No. So stop goddamn going to a record label and saying, hey, give me something because I'm the shit. No, the hell you not. You shit. You ain't done shit. Your own 20 fucking friends won't even invest in you. Not a one. So stop thinking that you're going to take what it is that you're doing without leverage, without a catalog, without being booked locally, without a regional pull, without some type of following. We ain't talking social media. We're talking individuals that believe in you and will follow you locally and regionally to wherever you are, within 30 to 50 miles, and say, yeah, man, we're going to rock out with this dude. And wherever you go, guess what? You got a full house. You can put asses in seats. There's no communication anymore. There's a major disconnect. And everybody wants to blame it on all these different resale entities of tickets. And no. Motherfuckers ain't getting out here and selling shows no more. They're not getting out into the streets and telling folks, hey, man, we rocking out. We're having a good time. Come party with us. Nah, everybody too cool. I'm too cool for school, man. I'm an artist. I'm the talent. What I look like getting out here promoting my show? But if you really want some real shit, man, you really want to get down and have a carve out an awesome career for yourself, a sustainable career for yourself, and do some things that actually make some fucking sense in business. And I ain't talking about the halfway in, halfway out shit. Nah, man. People that are really rocking out with you. Nah, I'm doing this over here. Nah, if you ain't really rocking out with me, I know. And I'm going to sit there and play it how I play it. But if you really rocking out with me, you know what I'm saying? Like I rock out with people. Nah, there's no disconnect. It is what it is. And when people realize that, hey, man, you know what? G ain't going to move until I'm a part of the program. I'll sit there and watch you. Because I've done the let's get into it, let's get this work done, and trying to build and wanting to build, and then the artist is fluff. Look for me. Go link up with some other people and swear that, hey, man, this is it. And then get into the situation, be like, man, this is fucked up. At least G was trying to educate me, show me how the business works, the behind the scenes stuff. I just wasn't seeing it because I wanted that instant gratification. I'm not an instant gratification type person. I'm a delayed gratification individual. And nothing impresses me. Nothing under the sun impresses me. Now I can smile, laugh, clap, wiggle and waggle when I see entertainment, but that doesn't mean that I'm impressed. You want to impress me? Give me a game plan to stop homelessness. Give me a game plan to feed the world. Give me a game plan to stop senseless violence amongst us as a people, not just a race, as a people. You give me that, then I'll be impressed. But all this other shit that we deal with, man, miss me. Let's get to it. Let's get to this business. And if it's not that, stay the hell away from me. Very simple. Now, as we close out, ladies and gentlemen, because I've gone a little bit over my time in this Thursday, and I'm here with you on the morning show. I talked about this, and so I went and did a little bit more research just for clarity. And it's about man and what man is in search of. Okay? And things that have been lost over time. And we were talking about the word, the name, the lost name, the lost word. You can type that in by itself and it'll pull up some information. And we're talking about his name, God's name. If you go back in some of our conversation, we were talking about knowing his name, right? Knowing what that represents. And how was the name lost? What actually has been lost? And this is something that I need you to think about because it's important. It's vital in terms of how you move forward in your life. Why? Because everyone that is out here that has all of these spiritual movements going on, these gurus, dates, relationship specialists and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know the guy's name or the young lady's name, but we've talked about domestic violence here on this show. We don't condone it. We're not into it. At the same time, you guys are taking lead or relationship advice from individuals who are simps. Yeah, I said it. And I don't care how much money you have. Let me say this again. I don't care about how much money you have or earn or whatever the case may be, whatever's coming in. And obviously that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because they got little niggas in jail right now. And goddamn domestic violence beating the shit out of this little girl. Talking about, I give my old lady $50,000, $100,000. Man, please. Please. And yes, it's going to end up in a bad situation because you can't play, nigga. She don't like you. And then you got to the point to where you get frustrated. Now you won't put your hands on her because she's playing the game. You didn't figure out that you getting played. You know what I'm saying? Because you out here tricking. Come on, man. So for all you young fellas that are out there, if you lead with the money, it's not going to end well. When I was coming up, when we were kids, and still to this day, I'm married 27 years. 27 years, right? I'm not looking for no applause. You ain't got to pat me on my motherfucking back. It's hard work, goddamn. But prior to, and even right now, present day, because of my personality, right? Man, look. What we saying? Man, I got game, nigga. Real talk, real spill. I got a motherfucking platinum package with this tongue. I am him when it comes to holding conversation. Getting in the door. It don't take no money to get in the door, nigga. And if, in fact, you have to sit there and pay to play, man, come on, bro. Just know that if you putting money down to sit there and rock out with a motherfucking female, then guess what, nigga? You gonna get exactly what you get. Trash. That should not be your goal. To sit there and, hey man, look what I can afford. Oh, okay, so now you collecting trinkets? That's how you value your relationship? That's what you're going into this, knowing that that's what it is? Okay, so you turned your lady into a prostitute, nigga. Because that was a statement. It was like, if you pay a female for, or if a female takes money for a relationship, it makes her a prostitute. And I'm not downing the woman. Hey, do what you want to do. I don't care about that situation. But as a man going into it, thinking that that's what it's going to take to make it shake, I don't know where y'all grew. I don't know where you niggas grew up at. We ain't busting it out like that. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit more valuable to myself than that. Real spill, real talk. Going out, having a good time, enjoying yourself, going on a date and all this other kind of stuff. Hey man, okay, I get it. Out of courtesy, common courtesy. If in fact I ask you out on a date and this, okay, yeah. Men, yeah, they gonna cover the bill. No matter where they take you. I don't care if I take you to check in, check out, McDonald's, or motherfucking Ruth Chris. A man that asks you out on a date and is courting you, they don't mind paying the bill. But to expect something that you have not worked for, just because you think you pretty, got a fine ass, and something between your legs, man, please. You got 9 billion people on the planet. So that means that, what, they got, 4.5 billion females on this motherfucking planet. And y'all sitting here with some inconsistent shit about how you trying to get over on a motherfucker. Y'all know I love that song, Where All My Scamming Ass Niggas At. I love that song because she out there doing it. She making her money the right way. She ain't scamming nobody. She done found her audience. And y'all pay the whatever it costs to buy the record, to go see her shows. That's a legal hustle. That's not a scam. So don't dog that. Don't dog that situation. When you out here doing some unhinged shit just to get a motherfucking hamburger, am I lying? Yeah. Okay. To all my young fellas out there that's up in the world and don't have a clue. Pussy free, niggas. Remember that. Keep it moving. Now, the name, the lost name, the lost word, right? As you're moving through history and as you're moving through time, we're looking for that word. Humanity has been looking for the lost name. It's been lost. High priests used to have the name. They would go in and, on a yearly basis, go into the temple and pray and give admiration to the name and call upon the name, right? Adam, and whether this is just biblical history, whether you believe in it or not, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what to believe in or what not to believe in. That's not even what I'm talking about, because it spans across every religious diaspora, from Islam to Christianity to Buddhism. The Jews don't believe in Christ. Oh, my bad. Y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know that the Jewish faith, the people currently, the Caucasian Jews that are in Israel, that were dispatched and placed into that strip, right? That agreement that was made, that land agreement of stolen. Anyway, they don't believe in Jesus. Don't take my word for it. And I'm not telling you that you have to believe it. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm telling you what different religions, where they sit, you see, in this American construct that you have as it relates to what you believe in or what we believe in. The Jews don't believe in Jesus Christ. So don't get it confused. But you're taught that Jesus was a Jew. Adam, he names the creatures in Genesis. Abram, Abram, becomes Abraham. Jacob becomes Israel. Moses asks God essentially, what is your name? Bold, isn't it? For someone to ask the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end, what is your name? Does anyone know what God answered? Does anyone? No. Exodus. This is no secret. Exodus 3:14. I am who I am, ladies and gentlemen. I am who I am. So there are really a couple of layers, 3 layers, very divine number. Historically, what was the original pronunciation of Yahweh? Adonai. The mystical or the esoteric, what is the lost name or word? And what does recovering it represent? You get your last days and close them eyes and you get up to the pearly gates and you're having a conversation and you don't know the name of the individual you're having a conversation with. How's that going to go? And then the physiological or the philosophical is man's search for God's lost name ultimately also man's search to discover who he actually is. That might have went over your head a little bit. That might have went over your head a little bit. Man has been searching for the name that was lost. But what if the name he's really searching for is his own? Yeah. Yeah. Go do some research. Y'all really want to fuck with me? Go do some research. I don't sit here and bring this to you guys on a regular, consistent basis because I don't want to scare y'all away. I don't. We hadn't started talking about Hannibal. We hadn't started talking about Mansa Musa. We hadn't started talking about the revolutions in Haiti. The revolutions here in America. The rise up. The true indigenous man We haven't. Because I don't want to skip, and I don't want to come across as a hate channel. Because I don't hate anybody. No one. I might dislike a couple motherfuckers, truth be told. But I don't hate. I don't have enough time and energy to hate. I could dislike the hell out your mother, but I ain't got time to hate you. Y'all be good, beautiful people.
Or do I need your approval? When being unchosen turns adulthood into one long application by yours truly, Lynette Williams. I was broken before I even understood what the word broken meant. I didn't always know who was truly in my corner. My mother taught me, but a lot of who I became was raised by the streets and by books. I learned from what I saw, what I survived, what I read, and what I had to figure out entirely on my own in the quiet moments when the world was far too loud. My dad wasn't there the way I needed him to be, and for a lot of my life, if I'm being completely transparent with you, I felt like a joke. I felt like an afterthought on both sides of my family. It seemed like everybody had somebody they preferred, somebody they bragged about at the dinner table, somebody they protected when things got rough, somebody they picked. And somehow, no matter how hard I tried or how much I achieved, I was never that person. The weight of not chosen, those two words can beat against your chest even when nobody ever says them out loud directly to your face. You're not chosen. Have you ever sat down and actually broken those two words apart? Look at them separately for a second. Not means no, excluded, denied, passed over, the absolute opposite of whatever comes after it. Chosen means selected, picked out, wanted, preferred, loved out loud, and valued. Now put them back together. Not chosen. You weren't the favorite. You weren't the one somebody reached for first. You weren't the child who could do no wrong, or the friend who always got called back, or the partner who was proudly displayed. And when you grow up feeling like you are never chosen, a dangerous thing happens inside your spirit. Eventually, you start believing that something is fundamentally wrong with you. The FDA inspection, waiting for the stamp, because you spent your early years feeling unchosen. Adulthood quietly turns into one long, exhausting application process. You start looking for validation everywhere you turn. You look for it in family members who still don't see you. You look for it in friends who only use you. You look for it in toxic relationships, on job reviews, in social media likes, and from complete strangers in the street. You spend years looking for anybody willing to give you that little mental stamp that says approved. It's like being a piece of raw FDA inspected meat sitting on a cold shelf, waiting for somebody to walk up, look you over, inspect your flaws, and decide whether or not you're good enough to be taken home, approved, safe enough, good enough, acceptable enough. But who the hell gave them the authority to inspect us in the first place? And why did we hand other people the stamp that determines our self-worth? Running the exhausting race. When you carry the weight of childhood rejection into your grown life, you end up asking quiet questions with everything you do. Do you like me now? Am I pretty enough now? Did I accomplish enough now? Are you proud of me now? Will you finally choose me now? And the saddest part is most of the time you don't even realize you're asking those questions out loud or in your head. You just keep overgiving until you're running on absolute empty. You over-explain your choices so nobody gets mad at you. You overperform at work, in love, and in friendships. You try to be the funniest, the strongest, the most reliable, and the one who rescues everybody else, all because somewhere deep inside you is still that little child thinking, maybe if I become useful enough, somebody will finally choose me. And living that way is completely exhausting. Taking the stamp back, eventually the pain forces you to sit down and learn a hard, life-changing truth. Being overlooked did not make you worthless. Being unchosen did not mean you were unworthy. And somebody else failing to recognize your true value never meant the value wasn't there inside you all along. I spent too many years holding my breath, waiting for somebody else to press approved across my forehead. My real healing didn't start when people finally started giving me compliments or when my family started taking me seriously. The real healing started the exact second I stopped asking the world, do you approve of me? And started looking in the mirror to ask, do I approve of the person I am becoming? Do I need your permission to exist? No. Do I need your stamp to know my value? No. Do I need your approval to approve of myself? Hell no. I am chosen by the one who created me, raised by the heavy lessons that try to break me, and approved by the strong woman I see when I look in the mirror every single morning. And that is more than enough for me. If you want to read more of my blogs, please visit rawtruenovels.org and share your thoughts. Approved, or do I need your approval? When being unchosen turns adulthood into one long application by yours truly, Lynette Williams. I was broken before I even understood what
Stop
the
what
word
you're doing
broken
right
meant.
now and
I
go
didn't always know who was
subscribe
truly in my corner.
to Boss Talk
My mother taught
Podcast
me,
101
but a lot of
Primetime
who I
on
became
YouTube, all social media platforms.
was
Boss Talk
raised by the
Podcast
streets and by
101
books.
Primetime. Like,
I learned
share,
from what I
subscribe.
saw, what
Tell
I
a friend to
survived,
tell a
what I
friend
read,
to tell a friend to
and
make
what I
sure
had
you
to figure
tap
out
in.
entirely
Right
on my
now, over
own.
72,000
In the quiet
subscribers
moments when the
and
world
well
was far
over
too
11
loud.
million
My dad
views
wasn't there the way I
and watch
needed
time
him
hours.
to be.
So make
And for a
sure
lot of my
that you
life,
continue to
if I'm
support,
being completely
like, share,
transparent with
subscribe,
you,
tell
I
a
felt
friend
like
to tell a
joke.
friend to tell a
I
friend,
felt like an
and keep
afterthought on
tapping
both
in
sides
with us
of my
because we're
family.
going to keep on bringing
It
you this
seemed like
hot
everybody
content every
had
day and
somebody
in
they
every way.
preferred,
It's your main
somebody
man,
they
Big
bragged
G.
about
And make
at
sure,
the dinner table.
like I said, stop what you're doing right
Somebody
now
they protected when
and
things
tap
got
in.
rough.
Like,
Somebody
share,
they picked.
subscribe. Boss Talk
And
Podcast
somehow,
101
no matter how hard I
Primetime.
tried or how much I achieved, I was never that person. The weight of not chosen